I've noticed something strange over the years. The most exhausting thing isn't hard work. It's waiting. Waiting for the right moment. Waiting to feel ready. Waiting for someone to notice you, support you, give you that one opportunity that changes everything. For a long time, I thought I was being smart, careful, strategic. I told myself I was preparing, learning more, thinking deeper, observing others. But if I'm honest, a big part of that preparation was just fear, wearing a suit and pretending to be responsibility. We grow up thinking someone will eventually open the door for us. A teacher, a boss, a lucky break. And when it doesn't happen, we feel overlooked. But here's something that changed my perspective. What if no one is actually responsible for opening that door? Not because the world is cruel, but because everyone is busy trying to open their own. I remember a guy I knew who always said he was almost ready to start his project. He had ideas, talent, vision, but every time we talked, there was a new reason to delay it. I just need more experience. I need better timing. I need the right team. Months turned into years. One day he said something that stuck with me. I'm just waiting for the push. And I kept thinking, what if the push never comes? What if life isn't a stage where someone announces your name and invites you to step forward? What if it's just a quiet room, and you either switch the lights on or sit in the dark? I'm not a fan of extreme motivation. The whole wake up at 4 a.m. and dominate the world energy doesn't work for most people long term. What works for me is smaller and less dramatic. I call it the 20-minute rule. Whenever I don't feel like doing something important, I tell myself, just 20 minutes. No pressure to be perfect. No promise of greatness. Just 20 focused minutes. There was another story that shifted my mindset. A friend of mine wanted to get in shape. He talked about diets, watched fitness videos, saved workout plans. But he never started. One evening he told me he felt overwhelmed. So instead of joining a gym, he just started walking 15 minutes every night. That was it. No big transformation. No dramatic before and after, just consistency. A few months later, he looked different. Not just physically, mentally. He stopped talking about goals and started living the process. That's when I realized something important. Progress isn't loud. It's quiet, repetitive, almost boring, but powerful. I also had to learn to reduce comparison. Social media makes it look like everyone is winning except you. But we're all watching highlight reels. Nobody posts their confusion, their doubt at the end, their second guessing. I made a simple change. Less scrolling, more building. Less consuming, more creating. And here's a practical thing that helped me mentally. Instead of asking what if I fail, I started asking, what if I stay the same? That question is heavier. Failure hurts. But staying stuck slowly eats at you. It's quiet, but it's dangerous. There was a period in my life when nothing seemed to move. No big opportunities. No dramatic breakthroughs. And I remember feeling invisible, like I was putting effort into a void. But later I understood something. No one was coming to check on my progress. No one was tracking my discipline. It was just me. And strangely, that realization felt freeing. Because if no one is coming, then no one is stopping me either. You don't need permission to improve. You don't need applause to continue. Most growth happens in private. In the mornings when you don't feel like it. In the evenings when nobody is watching. In small decisions repeated daily. I'm not saying it's easy. There are days I doubt myself. Days I question whether any of this matters. But I've learned to treat doubt like background noise instead of a command. Another simple habit that changed things for me. Track effort, not results. Results take time. Effort is immediate. Did I show up today? Yes or no? That's it. Stack enough yes days, and something shifts. At some point, I stopped waiting to feel confident. Confidence comes after evidence. Evidence comes after action, not the other way around. And maybe that's the quiet truth most people don't talk about. Nobody is secretly planning your breakthrough. There's no dramatic rescue scene scheduled for your life. It's mostly small choices, repeated when no one cares. But here's the part that feels empowering. If no one is coming, then you are not dependent on anyone either. It's just you. Your habits, your discipline, your decisions. Not glamorous, not cinematic, but real. And sometimes, real is enough.